Hello and welcome to the Music Shack podcast. This is episode number 38. You're joined by myself.
Alright, that's Bruce.
I'm Ron.
And I'm Ed. Are we keeping it?
Do we want to?
I'm fine with that.
Alright, why not?
Alright.
It's unprofessional as hell, but you know.
Who cares?
It's episode 38, so deal with it.
Let's just jump right into looking at some billboard stuff.
Somebody on their billboards.
Do we have to pause for you to...
No,
You gotta collect
it's
yourself.
it's gonna happen no matter what.
Okay, cool. Bruce is just broken today, don't mind him.
The rain has broken me today.
Alright.
So we can jump right into the Hot 100 real quick.
Yes, we could.
Alright, sitting at number 1, we've got Up by Cardi B. Number 2, we've got Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic. Number 3, we've got Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. At number 4, we've got What's Next by Drake. At 5, we've got Save Your Tears by The Weeknd. At 6, we've got Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. At 7, we've got Levitating by Dua Lipa. At 8, we've got Mood by 24K Golden. At number 9, we've got 34 plus 35 by Ariana Grande. And at 10, we got Wants and Needs by Drake.
Okay. So moving on, we can move on to the Billboard 200. We have still at number 1 Morgan Wallen with the Dangerous the Double album. Sitting at number 2 still is Pop Smoke with Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. Up to number 3 is Dua Lipa with Future Nostalgia. Staying at 4 is The Weeknd with After Hours. We have Giveon. I think it's Giveon. As a new entry with When It's All Said and Done, and there's more to that, but I don't know what it is. That's a new entry. At number 5, we have Pooh Shiesty Down to 6 with Shiesty Season. We have staying at number 7, which is Lil Baby with My Turn. Down to 8 is Lil Durk with the Voice. Rob Zombie coming in with a new entry at number 9.
Rob Zombie.
And up to number 10 is Taylor Swift with Folklore.
Alright. On the artist charts is The Weeknd at number 1. Drake at number 2. Well, down to number 2. BTS up to number 3. Billie Eilish up to number 4. Taylor Swift up to number 5. Dua Lipa up to number 6. Morgan Wallen down to number 7. Ain't low enough. Lil Baby down to number 8. Luke Combs up to number 9. And Ariana Grande down to number 10.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Where do we want to start?
Why don't we start with Bruce?
Alright. I brought along Horror Show by The Midnight for you guys to listen to.
I like this.
It was a very nice synthwave. Just chill.
Yeah. I enjoyed Good and Red and Neon Medusa.
I gotta say, Neon Medusa was probably my favorite off of it.
Yeah. I enjoyed the original versus the edit, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was actually confused when that hit because I didn't see that was on the thing. And so when I was on my way to work this morning and it played again, I'm like, wait a minute, did it just like manage to loop itself somehow? Because I had it do that before.
There's differences in the instrumental.
I wasn't paying too much attention to that.
Sorry,
I heard the lyrics again. I'm like, wait a minute.
Don't fall in love with the guy on stage because I'm sharpening my blade. What? Hold on. This is dance music.
Yeah, I liked Ghost in Your Stereo a lot. That was a good one.
That was a good one too. Yeah.
Overall, it's a really good EP.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very good.
So I enjoyed it. Not bad. I think, didn't you have a single for us as well?
I did not, but I can say that Rise Against dropped a new single.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, they're coming out with a new record.
Yeah, called Nowhere Generation. But that can be saved till later.
Oh wait, I heard that song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was the song they dropped? What was it titled?
I think they dropped Nowhere Generation.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because they have 2 off of this.
I did
right
hear
now.
that. I don't remember how I felt about it. but I do remember hearing it.
I'll have to look it up to
In
get
depth.
more of a precise answer. But yeah, I'll have to check that out. Well then, moving on, I guess we can move on to Ed.
Yes, I gave y'all the Bluestones Hidden Gems album.
It was very nice.
Yes. I mean, I enjoyed Lights On, One by One, Careless, L.A. Afterlife was one of my, but altogether, solid, dirty-esque rock album.
Yeah, I got through the first half of this, and I didn't get a chance to get through the second of it, but I did enjoy the first half from what I heard.
Yeah.
So I will probably have to finish this. But yeah, and you know me, I'm not very big on dirty rock.
I know.
I have my exceptions, but I don't enjoy it all. It's not an all-encompassing thing that I listen to, but this is going to be one of my exceptions, most likely.
It's a very good album because it's more than just the usual dirty rock things.
Yeah, there's more.
There's more chord progression and things.
Yeah, there's more of a system to it than usual, which is, for me, that's always nice to have. It's always nice to know, like, to do what you know, but incorporate other things. Get that variety going.
Speaking of a switch up in the system, rap beats have become very plain, bland, and boring. And Benny the Butcher linked up with Harry Fraud, and Harry Fraud produced some amazing instrumentals for Benny the Butcher to rap over.
Yeah.
Yes, with their new album called Plugs I Met To. And some of my favorites off of it was Plug Talk, Longevity, and Survivor's Remorse, and also Thanksgiving. And it's the album. He is rapping about the usual stuff you'd hear someone rap about as far as the pushing of drugs and the gang lifestyle, but he's speaking of it from no other choice, like
Okay.
a survival aspect.
That's like something he needed to do to stay on his feet.
Yeah, versus the glorification aspect.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Like in Thanksgiving, he actually tells a story about a guy who he was working under, who winded up doing 7 years, and his girlfriend only seen him for the first 2 years of the sentence.
Really?
Yeah, like
That's
that's
always
shit that happens. Like,
yeah.
I'm shocked she's seen him for the first 2 years.
Yeah, no, I'm so shocked to see him at all. Yeah, it's there's so much of a difference in how your music sounds when you put more effort into what it is, whether that's the lyricism or if it's the actual instrumentals. I don't care what your genre is.
On this album, you get both.
Yeah, that's
Like-
which is nice. I don't care what your genre is, as long as you put effort into making something you want to make, and it's not so cookie cutter. It turns out a lot better than most people would realize.
Yeah.
I understand, like, it's all about the streaming now,
Yes.
but there's got to be a level of, like, personal touch to it, and it's missing in so much,
It really is.
and it needs to come back.
You feel that in a lot of things. Well, a lot of people make music for a money grab.
Right.
So, and that's part of the problem.
Yeah. But you did also have a single for us, and I didn't have a whole lot of time, so I didn't get to this either, and I kind of wanted to.
And I dropped the ball. All right, hold on.
It's Foolproof by Hayden James, Gordon City, and Not Done.
Yes. Oh, it's a fucking great song. It's very house-esque,
Okay.
but I heavily enjoyed it. Don't have much to say because I only listened to it twice. I actually sent you the recommendation to listen to it halfway through my first listen. I was like, oh my god, this is good.
Yeah, that doesn't usually happen.
No.
Normally you listen to it and sit on it.
Yes. Yes, this I heard and I was like, yeah, they have to check this out.
Well, then I'm gonna play it later then, so I can actually
Yeah, we'll
experience.
hear it after the pod.
Well, then I guess it's on to. I guess that's on to me then.
If you don't kill the mic.
No.
Hmm.
I gave you guys the new Erra album, which is they're self-titled. I forgot this was coming, and I didn't know when it was coming, and I realized it after I gave the list last week for upcomings, and I was like, oh, that's right, Erra's dropping a new record. I was like, I already know what I'm giving them.
This is why I asked the question I asked before the pod. Unfortunately, my phone's not loading, so
Yeah,
I'm not seeing the track list.
we have, so it goes Snowblood, Gungrave, Divisionary, House of Glass, Shadow Autonomous, Electric Twilight, Scorpion Hymn, Lunar Halo, Vanish Canvas, Eidolon, Remnant, and Memory Fiction.
Fucking Shadow Autonomous.
That's a really good one.
It's
God.
amazing.
I was gonna be very concerned that the singles are gonna be the carries, because the singles we ended up getting were Snowblood, House of Glass, Shadow Autonomous, and Scorpion Hymn, and I was very, very worried that they were gonna be the standout songs, and the rest of it was gonna be like good but not like amazing. And I know Erra's capable of some nutty shit in terms of like what their chords are and stuff. But I was just very, very worried, and I was very pleasantly pleased as to what this was.
The 10th track,
Eidolon.
I almost skipped.
Yeah?
Because it came in so soft and so gentle. And I'm like,
Here we go.
because the entire album's just, you know?
Right, it's just in your face.
So I'm like, this is boring. And then it hits, and like you're not ready for it because of how calming everything was before it hit.
Well, it's like when Gungrave just comes out of nowhere. It's like, okay, where are we going?
Yes.
Because that one just fucking slaps you in the face, and it doesn't stop.
Well, I mean, Snowblood, the fucking high end of the fucking guitar, just
Dude, they're... Oh my god, the chords these guys managed to figure out and find and implement are so insane.
fucking love that. I'm like, like
Out of
It's
nowhere.
just craziness.
you got like this deep chug with like this high pitch, and you're like, oh, okay. I'm like,
I think one of my favorites is Lunar Halo.
Mm.
And I think it's just because of the way the lead... What I love about this album is leads. And Lunar Halo has some very, very good leads. And I love the leads, I love the melodies, I love the just the impact everything has. And I don't know. This is amazing. This album is top tier in my opinion.
yeah.
So, and it's just under an hour. For 12 songs, it's just under an hour. So,
Yeah, 53 minutes.
and then I also give you guys 3 different singles. 4. I'm sorry, I gave you guys 4.
He doesn't even remember how many singles you dropped us.
Man, can't believe this.
There was a lot of music, okay?
Yeah, a lot of good music.
I have 2 more that I didn't give you guys, one of which I played before we started. But one of the ones I gave you guys was the new Termina track, which was The Edge of Time. And I everything they've produced I love right now. Nick Nocturnal, Andy Cizik. Yes.
Did you give us that?
I think I did. Pretty sure I did.
Because I didn't.
I did.
Oh, all right. Well, then my phone's stupid. Damn it.
They have an album coming, and you guys are probably gonna get that one.
All right.
But yeah, no, it's metalcore, death metal-esque. It's all of the good.
I mean, I kind of assumed that because I did see Nick Nocturnal put up a poll. What do you guys prefer, metalcore or deathcore,
Mm-hmm.
and or other? Which, I mean, of course, I clicked metalcore because.
But yeah, I'm excited for what what other material these two have, and it's only the 2 of them. They don't have a drummer or a bassist. Nick does all the guitar work. Andy does all the singing.
They don't even try to implement drums.
They
at
do.
all? Oh, okay.
But
So
it's all done online. It's all done
It's
in the
all
program.
programmed.
It's all programmed. But it doesn't. I can't tell the difference.
I got you. That's good.
So, but yeah, Andy's vocal range is nuts. This man hits some insane highs. He can do very good clean singing, and he can go fucking. I knew he could go low, but he went lower than I normally hear from him. So yeah. And then I gave you guys the new Born of Osiris song,
Yes.
which is White Nile, and it's different, but it's still Born of Osiris.
Yes.
Very.
You can hear it. It's still them, but it's very fun. It's very riffy. It's bouncy. It slams.
Yeah, I had to pick up a guitar.
They hit some highs in this in terms of vocals that I didn't know this man could do. I've listened to their entire catalog, and I've never heard him hit that high of a note.
Hey.
So-
Evolve or be extinct, as they say.
Yeah. I just think it's funny that I think it was like either last week or a couple weeks ago, I had mentioned that I want to hear new Born of Osiris material. Lo and behold, I got my wish.
And here they come.
Here they come.
Wish and ye shall receive.
And then I gave you guys very last minute because I wasn't gonna give this to you guys, but Ed put a single last minute, so I'm like, all right, fine, I'll throw mine in. I gave you guys Clarity by Attila. I didn't know when they were gonna come out with a new song because the last one they had was called I think Canceled, which was at the end of 2020 or somewhere in there, somewhere during that year, during last year. And it was a good song, and I was like waiting to see what else they would come out with. And I love this. The dissonance, the lyrics, it goes. It's Attila, it just goes.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean I can't even tell it's a 4-minute song. This thing does not stop. Franz just hammers out all kinds of vocals, lyrics, and keeps the energy going. It's just good.
I remember being a little upset when it was over. Not lying.
It?
I was like, damn.
And the last one I gave you guys was the single by a Hollywood Undead member,
Yes.
which is the song is called Heaven Can Wait, off of an album called The Abyss. And he doesn't go, it's Johnny Three Tears, but he doesn't go by that name. He goes by George Reagan, the Dead Son. George Reagan, I believe, is his actual name. The song itself is very pop-esque. I have no problem with it. I enjoy it. I'm waiting for this album to drop because I'm very curious what this man can produce. It's a solo album, and I know he has different sounds that he listens to other than what they produce. And I know he's very, religious at heart, so I'm very, very curious and excited as to what else he has come up with and concocted. But yeah, it's a very good song right now. So far, I think
I enjoyed it.
This says it's 7 minutes, but I don't think that is correct. Yeah, it's a lot softer than what I'm used to from him, but that's not a bad thing. And then the two that I didn't give you guys, but I played the one, All Time Low has a new song, which is called Once in a Lifetime. I only know this dropped. It's actually dropped the day of this recording. And I only know it dropped because I have a friend in California who sent it to me at work, and I listened to it when I had time, and it was phenomenal. Which is very weird because they just dropped an album like last year. So, and they already have new material. So, very excited. And I have one more, which is Novelists. They dropped a new song called Terrorist, which is the title's interesting, but it's talking about internal demons basically, and he calls them terrorists, which is interesting, which is nice. Like, I guess a refreshing take on that type of thing, because I've never heard that term used in that way. But the vocals are good, the instrumentals are good. It's Novelists, so anybody who listens to them knows their sound. And this is, I don't know how akin it is to what they normally do. I like it. It's metalcore to the T, but there's electronic elements here, kind of thrown in here and there. A lot of ambient work. I think it's great. So I may go through some of the older stuff they have, because I don't think I've ever heard anything else by them, but I kind of want to know. So, yeah, and that is what I had this week, which is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I am done my portion.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We can move wherever we want to move.
I don't have news. Like I said, I've been
It's been a slow news week.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's been kind of quiet. I've been busy anyway, so I have no time to check to see if there is anything at all.
Eminem's Curtain Call becomes the first hip hop album to spend a full decade on the Billboard 200.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool.
Hmm.
So
Weird
that-
that Curtain Call's the one to do it, but
Aye.
that's still pretty cool. I don't like all of Curtain Call. I like some of it. But no, that's interesting. This man's still setting records.
I mean, I think as long as M's alive, he'll be setting records.
Oh, probably. Probably.
And then after he passes, you know that there's going to be, you know,
Oh, that man, his streams are gonna go through the roof.
his albums are going to be the top 10 on the Billboard charts that week for the next 5 weeks.
Whatever albums have not gone gold or platinum will go gold or platinum when he dies.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to say, but I feel like that's gonna happen. It's gonna be like when Chester passed. The world's just gonna stop for a day or two.
Oh, here's something interesting. Who's this by? So according to Loudwire, Kurt Hamill is going to be playing on Carlos Santana's new album.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's
That's-
gonna be interesting. That's out there.
Yeah, you got Carlos's soulful guitar work with just the thrash metal stylings of.
That's gonna be a weird concoction.
I can't imagine it.
I'm sure
you
they'll
never know today.
I'm sure they'll find a way to make it work,
Yeah.
but that's definitely gonna be a weird, like, I don't know. That's gonna be a weird composition. I feel.
Yeah.
Do we know when? We just know they're doing it.
We just know that they're doing it.
Okay.
I mean, the way people are working today, that they'll say they're dropping the album 3 weeks from now, and it won't drop till a year from now. Drake was supposed to drop Certified Lover Boy in January, and in February, and now nobody knows. So, you know.
Well, the hip hop world with dropping shit is kind of notorious for having things scheduled and then not doing it. So, there's that.
Yeah.
Not to name any names, but we know of one that was supposed to do that, and then, or was supposed to drop it at some point and just continued to not drop.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, that's
Yeah, I know
That's the
exactly
thing.
who we're talking about. An album I was excited for many a times.
apparently never just never released.
It has an official release date.
It's still not out, right?
Uh-uh.
No,
No.
it may not. They may scrap it.
Kind of hope not, but you never know.
Yeah. Or they may just release it as like a double feature with something else. That's always the thing. I've seen that happen.
That does happen.
You never know.
Bruce, do you have any news?
No, I scrolled through and couldn't find anything worth talking about.
Okay.
You know how they are.
If Ed doesn't have anything else, we can move on to
Shit we've been fucking with.
and the term I think we should use instead, intermittent listening.
I keep forgetting about that one, but I like that one more.
Ron's trying to clean up the pod.
Well, Ed seems to like that one.
Cancel Ron.
Oh, okay.
Cancel Ron Gate.
All right.
Ron.
Now, Ed seems to like that one. So,
Anyway.
I've been on repeat Mike Shinoda happy endings. Just that and Erra. It's where I've been.
Architects run the jewels.
Wookiee World.
No.
I've been there.
Oh, okay.
I've been there a little bit. That's been my week.
Wookie.
I've had those two albums and Happy Endings just on repeat.
Yeah.
And Clarity and White Nile. That is literally all I've been listening to.
Now, I realized I might be a psychopath.
Oh?
Yes. I listened to 3 songs by Run the Jewels and said, yes, I should listen to some Architects. And then, went from there to finding new dance music that recently came out. And the only thing I had to talk about was Foolproof. So, yeah.
What's that tell you?
Maybe a little psychotic.
I mean,
I'm not a therapist.
I went through Mike Shinoda having a heartfelt rap song into Erra, into Attila, into George Reagan, the Dead Son, into Wookiee World. Like I'm all over the place too.
So the name of this podcast is Are We Psychopaths?
I mean, oh,
where on the spectrum do we lie?
where are you on the spectrum, mister? Can you
We're
point to this
trying to
graph?
figure out where you are.
Can you point to this graph and tell us where you are? But what I've been listening to is, as you know, lots of Rob Zombie.
Just why not?
But then there's Disturbed, Demon Hunter, Sabaton, more Starkill, plenty of heavy EDM.
I'm about to go on a Demon Hunter binge. I've been in the movie here. I don't remember the album, but it's got, for some reason the album name is escaping me, but it's the one with I Am a Stone and Resistance.
Mm-hmm.
That one I love, so it's probably where I'm going to go next.
And then to basically cut off from all of that, I've been listening to a lot of Poor Man's Poison and whatnot.
Okay.
So
It's the album I was thinking of is True Defiance, by the way. Yeah, that one's got Godforsaken, Crucifix, Dead Flowers, Resistance, I Am a Stone. That's just a really good one. Yeah, I guess it's a good place to move on from. Which then leads us to upcoming releases. For
Yes.
March 26th. Or sometime during this week, because I know sometimes you guys have something that's not on that specific day.
Why should we?
But I'll preface this by saying it's not happening anytime soon, but Nowhere Generation is set for June 4th.
Yes.
Oh.
So I have a feeling we'll be getting that when the time comes. Ed, you want to start us off?
Sure. 24 Golden is dropping El Dorado. This is on March 26th. And Don't Kill Me, Hip Hop DX is saying this. That's where I'm getting the information from.
Oh, not official charts or whatever.
Well, the past 2 weeks has been genius because Hip Hop DX did not have
Gotcha.
a very full list. Let's see. Armand Hammer and The Alchemist are dropping Harma. Neptune EP is being dropped by Gallant. Maybe I should read this a little. That's backwards as fuck. Rodwave is dropping Soulfly.
Oh, okay.
Sagon is dropping Pain, Peace, and Prosperity, the Yardfather album.
Okay, that's the title.
It's a short title name. YBM Namir is dropping Visionland. Vic Mensa is dropping iTape. Young Dolphin and Key Glock are dropping Dumb and Dumber.
Oh.
I am just loving these names.
D2X is dropping The Color Blue.
Oh. What are these titles?
Wait, are you telling
names?
Are you telling me we didn't have blue before? Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
What else you got?
And finally, Serpent with Feet is dropping Deacon.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting array of names there, Ed.
Why do I do this podcast sober?
I have a surprise on my list for you guys.
Okay.
So I think Bruce should go next.
Okay. So most of the Well, actually,
you know, and then I'm thinking it might be on your list, and I'm hoping you don't. I'm hoping if it is, you don't say it.
You know, if it's on Bruce's list, he's saying it. He's saying it 1,000%.
Let me. Can I see it real quick just to make sure?
sure.
Because I want this to be a nice little surprise.
This is gonna make me want to check another list.
I don't see it on here.
Well, I'm going with the pure EDM list this time.
Okay, good. Then never mind.
Unless
good.
you want me
Oh,
to go
wow.
to the other list I had prepared.
No, don't, because I know it's gonna be on that one.
We will shoot you.
It will
All
be
right.
on the other one.
So all of these are going to be EPs. We got Bearer is dropping Her with Alone. Then we've got Dirty Monkey dropping Dirty Monkey and Friends. Hans Glader is dropping Lumen. Huke is dropping Crummy. Leo Trix is dropping Visions of the Leo. Typhon is dropping The Voyage. DJ Oko is dropping Ventura.
Ace Ventura.
Eleganto is dropping Frightening Beasts. Honey and Badger are dropping Simdix.
Well,
What? Okay.
Yes. Melee is dropping Soul on Ice Part 1.
How do you go from Simdix to that?
Yes. Rox is dropping Only Us. Scotty Cal is dropping Futurism. Taeyeon is dropping Mechanical Heart. Tenshu is dropping 313. Various Freaks is dropping Volume 3. And Vanessa and Lenny Kaiser is dropping Sinking.
Nice.
Alright, what do you got from the Scandinavian disease list over there, Ronald?
Give me 1 second. I have As Everything Unfolds with their new album called Within Each Lies the Other. We have Butterside with Spiritual Violence.
That is the best kind of violence.
Cryptosis, or Cryptosis, I think it's Cryptosis with Bionic Swarm. I'm interested by that title, so I may check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Genghis Tron with Dream Weapon.
what is going on with the names this week?
I saw that earlier,
Oh, just
and
wait.
I want to check that one out.
Just wait. We have Green Leaf with Echoes from a Mass. Hound with I Know My Enemies. Lamb of God's doing a deluxe edition of their self-titled.
Okay.
Liquid Tension Experiment with LTE3. The Quill with Earthrise. Sanguish Sugarbog with Tortured Hole.
That is a sick-ass name.
Sanguish Sugarbog.
It sounds Simlish.
And then Smith and Kotzen with the self-titled. Now, the surprise on this list, Evanescence
Go on.
with
Do tell more.
The Bitter Truth. There are apparently like 4 or 5 songs off of this already that have been released. I didn't know.
Well, none of us knew, apparently.
And
Yeah,
there's,
since we didn't
there's another
talk about
album
them.
that it's not going to be on this list because it's not the same genre. NF is dropping Clouds, the mixtape.
Which should have been on Hip Hop DX's list.
Yes, so I'm going to have to debate on what album I want to give you guys next week because Evanescence I'm going to see if it's any good, and I'm sure it will be. So if it's good, it's going to be a fight between that and NF, and I don't know which I want to do yet.
Mm.
So, yeah. But I saw Evanescence and I'm like, oh shit. They haven't had a record in years. So I was very, very excited and confused for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, is it a re-release? And then I checked it. I'm like, oh, it's not.
Madness.
So, yeah. That is a thing. Who would have thought new Evanescence in 2021?
Yeah, so's re-releases. That is also a thing. The Weeknd had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, mixtape. I was looking it up now, but my phone decided to tell me to go fuck myself. He re-released a mixtape that he dropped called... There we go.
Did he add anything else to
House
it?
of Balloons.
Did he add anything to it or just
Nah.
released it?
Re-released it.
That's weird. Usually there's something more to it. Or it's done a different way.
That's all the original mixing.
Weird. Okay. That's odd. I do believe, though, unless anyone else has anything to throw in on last minute, which I don't assume we do.
I got
then-
nothing.
Hold on, I got something.
Oh God.
Oh,
So that is gonna conclude episode 38 of the Music Shack podcast.
indeed it will.
Yes.
Drop a follow on Twitter if you haven't already, where we will be tweeting out when we have a new episode live, and just other news in general that we find. So be sure to do that. And we'll see you guys next week.
Mm-hmm.
As always, player, one love, mosh and rave responsibly.
Because that is a thing that will be start happening soon again.
I mean,
Soon enough.
spring break happened.
This is true.
Whether or not it was responsible depends on your views and opinions.
Yeah.
But yes,
Latin concerts are going to open back up hopefully later this year. So, yeah.
nice. Yep, and enjoy the noise.